one. Yeah, it was a pretty interesting little race. You got off to a good start, but then the boys came in, and had a little attack near the end.
Yeah, and I had a pretty good pace going. Well, I could see on my board that, they were close. There was not much here, but kept rattling off some good times. But, Al on that corner, I've been a bit careful on that corner. I had a couple of warnings yesterday there, so just been a bit careful. But, hey, my first race on Dunlop's new tyre. I mean, I've had 3 days on them. Just shows that, they're as good as a Pirelli. So, we'll just keep working on it. It's a good start to the season, better than last year.
Exactly that, and we're looking forward to some good results at Wanganui this year, mate.
Yeah, try to. It's always one of my favourites. So, I mean, hey, been strong there, but all the other boys have picked the game up there now. So, I mean, yeah. But, no, we'll be looking forward to it.
Good work, mate. Alistair, who's and boozing. You're meant to be a South Islander. You're meant to struggle a little bit to come up to the North Island, but what a great job you did just there, mate.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy this track. It seemed to click very well. It's got some good flowy corners, like real pooter levels. Team's done an awesome job. It just shows you what a good team does. From Friday we were charging sort of our best times we've ever done. And it's nice to get the first race out of the way and see where everyone's at. It's cool to see 3 different brands on the podium. I think it's going to be a pretty cool year.
Best of luck for NZSBK, defending champion, so good luck for 2020.
Yeah, cheers, thank you.
Righty-ho, we've got the Bike Talk Formula 3 class. Great to see a full field. In fact, they had to close entries off for the Formula 3 Bike Talk and Rutland Arms in class early on. Remember last year too we had 300 Supersport bikes eligible. Now they've separated that and running a new extra class. That'll tighten the time up at Wanganui. Hopefully everything goes smooth. I don't want to put the commentator's curse on it. We've got Manfield next weekend to iron out a few things, but a full class out there, the Formula 3. No longer run at the New Zealand Superbike Championship. It had a name change there. It was changed from Formula 3 to Superlight, but it was identical. The rules were all identical and that sort of thing. So it just waned away at the NZSBK, but it's come back strong here and plenty of action. 7 laps to go, and in the front we have, is that Jacob Stroud out there? No, he's not. Maybe not on the bike out there. 31st spot there. That's where he qualified. He's carrying an injury, top rotator cuff, I think, a few weeks ago. So David Fellows out in the front, followed by S.J. Cabell, Jared Horn, Matt Broff, Steve Bridge, Kyron O'Neill, Richard Barker, Barrett, Ben Timmins, Chris DeFori, and Carl Hooper there in 10th spot.
Yeah, this is going to be good here. We've got Dave out there on a Yamaha 450, so it's an R6 with a cylinder disabled, so we're eligible to run a 3-cylinder machine with 450cc, so that's going to be cool. And then S.J. Cavell, a new MNZ board member. Great to have S.J. out there on his 650 SV 650 Pro Twin. So that's going to be cool to see that unfold there for him. He's in second place at the moment. We've got Jared Horn on another SV 650, and then Matt Bro on the Kramer 690. So that's a cool bike to keep an eye on as well.
Isn't it great to have our board members out there racing? We've got S.J. Cavell out there. He's a board member. We had Dennis Charlotte racing at Levels last weekend. He's a board member. I remember Scotty Wilkins was racing at Greymouth. He's a board member, and I think there's a 4th one there. And of course we've got Rod Price, another board member who was mechanicking and owned the bike that Seth Devereux was riding last weekend. So they are in touch, and the president was there last weekend with the timing crew as well. So if you think the management are out of touch with motorcycle racing, no, they're right there and they're in the thick of it, and right now on the podium one of them is there, S.J. Cavell on the number 41 machine.
Yeah, really cool. Here we go. So Dave Fellows, he's already won a 300 Supersport race and out here at the moment leading this one. So he's got 1.4 second advantage back to S.J. Cavell. Then Jared Horn in 3rd place, Matt Bro, Richard Markham Barrett and Steve Bridge in there. Kieran O'Neill, Chris DeFiore, Ben Timmins and Carl Hooper there running at our top 10. So plenty of different machines out there. Always been a big fan of F3 racing. We get twins and singles, and there's 3-cylinder machines out there as well. So we've got all action plenty. And thanks to Bike Talk and Taranui, and also the Rutland Arms and Wanganui. So that's going to be good to have these guys on board again. Bike Talk bringing us F3 action for the last few seasons. This one here, 32 entries, Spider, so pretty special. And we've got all through there, and quite a few of these guys around the streets of Wanganui as well.
And indeed, if you're heading to Wanganui, you might want to hang around an extra day because they've got jet sprints there the day after Boxing Day, about 15 kilometres north of Whanganui. Beautiful setting, great jet sprint circuit under the trees, so it's not too hot, and you're allowed to take a brown Powerade there and have a couple of beers. Of course, don't drink drive, you wash your clothes on it. So I'm looking forward to Whanganui with my 55th Cemetery Circuit Boxing Day meeting, and really been amped. But right now, mate, strong racing all day long, and a new outright lap record for Damon Rees on the superbike in the Formula 1 class. Well, that lead bike stretched out a bit there, Brad Ritchie.
Yeah, so that's Dave. He's on the proper F3 machine, so he's probably given a few extra horsepower to SJ in second place. He's on the 650 twin, so definitely in a straight line. That bike of Dave should be a bit quicker, but SJ, he's put a lot of work into his campaign ready for the summer, so he'll be loving this. At the moment, P2 for him, and that gap now just drifted out a little bit, so it's at 1.7 seconds, so to another 3/10 out of it that time around. Jared Horn keeping in touch there in third place, and Richard Barrett, he's in a pretty good fourth place there with Steve Bridge, and he's in the post classics as well, so that's a 750 Ducati twin, and that thing there out there doing the business at the moment. So this is called F3 action with 32 entries. Jacob's trying to Chris Malcolm not out there at the moment, so I talked to Jake and he said he was quite stiff and sore and just probably not quite ready to go racing again. He had a big high side here in the weekend at the endurance race, and so he's nursing an injury now. We wish him a speedy recovery, ready for the summer, and shame not to have him out there on the Yamaha MT-07.
Cormac Buchanan having a difficult day on the IMD 250 on the number 28 machine. It looks like he has not come round for another lap, no idea where he is. And he also crashed in the earlier class today in the Supersport 300. So we hope that gets better. Cormac Buchanan all the way from Invercargill. But Kevin Beaumont in the Bears class from TR now. So strong showing from the South Island. You know, Michael Lee from Dunedin and of course Alistair Hugenbosom on the superbike from Christchurch. There's got to be others there, and we'll have Dennis Charlotte next weekend. They have the King of Ruapuna on this weekend, and Dennis is loyal to that. He'll up here on a GSX 150 and possibly on a sidecar to try and get ready for the Nationals, and of course compete in the Manfield round, the New Zealand Suzuki International Series. Sorry folks. Dave Fellows, a 1:37.316. That's the fastest lap. Lap record by Nathaniel Dip Rose is a 1:34.181, so way off the pace, but it's still enough to get the job done. Vaughan Main's out there on 49, Derek Kattenberg on number 66, Chris Osborne. Chris Osborne's actually riding. I knew he got his bike out there, didn't realise he was actually competing, so he's on the under 27 machine. He was the first person in New Zealand to do one of these 450 triples. What happens, you get an old blown up, usually an old blown up 4-cylinder Yamaha or Suzuki or Honda, and disable a cylinder, disable a fuel injection, and it's competitive in the Formula 3 Superlight class. Superlight at the New Zealand Championships. It's now been a class that's been sidelined to the history books, but it's still Formula 3 here at the Suzuki International Series, and a very, very strong class, oversubscribed, as is indeed the Formula Sports and Bears class.
So the leaders are down the back into the final hairpin, turn 11 here at Bruce McLaren Motorsport. The fellows ahead of SJ Cavell. It's out to 2.2 seconds, so SJ's just had no answer. Dave's just been slightly quicker every lap, and sneaking off to a 2.2 second advantage. But then he's got a comfy 3 seconds back to Richard Barrett. So Richard a little bit quicker than SJ on that last lap around. So with 3.5 laps to go, this could be getting interesting. So watch that gap between second and third, SJ and Richard. Should be a good little battle there. So Jared Horn now back into fourth place. Steve Bridge, Kieran O'Neill and Chris DeFiore, Ben Timmins and Carl Hooper, they all did their fastest laps of the race last time round. So the pace is getting quicker and quicker.
Cool.
And should be really good. So Dave Fellows crosses the line. A 1:36.31 is as fast as he was 1:37.6 that time around. So very consistent lap time. So this is great riding from Dave. Just getting into a groove at the moment and doing a great job. SJ's there in second place ahead of Richard Barrett, but that gap now down to just on 1.6 seconds. So Richard definitely coming for him. And Richard actually just blocked the fastest lap of the race. So 1:37.0. That was the second and 4/10 quicker than SJ that lap around. So watch out for that one there. For the podium is really starting to shake up. But only 3 laps to go. There's only 8 lap races, Spider, and plenty of time still left for this one.
I can see Cormac Buchanan out there, so maybe his transponder's not working or something like that. I did say earlier on, it looks like he's he's not out there according to the timing screen, so maybe there's a problem there on the 28 machine. So sorry about that, folks. That's the information we have. A new fastest lap there. Wow, 1:37.091 from Richard Markham Barrett on the number 19 machine. So that's outstanding. 1:37.091. Still way off the lap record, but it is what it is today. And look, the sun's gone away, so maybe the track will pull out. In fact, the wind has almost disappeared. We never had a strong wind here once the racing started. A little bit strong for qualifying, but now there's just a slight westerly, just enough to keep those Suzuki and sponsors flags still flying. So that won't really... Normally when you get an east-star westerly from here, it can push you down that long back straight there, or side straight, whatever you call it. But and that makes it difficult to braking, especially when it's gusty wind. It can change situation, but it is not the situation we have at the moment. Out in the front there, Brad Ritchie.
Yeah, so Dave Fellows just crosses the line. He's got a 3.2 second advantage to West Jacob L, but that gap to second and third has got nothing in it at the moment. So those guys there through turn 2 at the moment. SJ just nice and tidy through there. Rich Markham Barrett definitely a little bit quicker in other places on the track. So this is SV650 twin against this Kramer single cylinder machine. So we'll see how that one unfolds with 2 laps to go. Can SJ hang on? He's going to have his work cut out for him, as we see here. A great ride by Dave. He's out in front. He's already won the 300 race one here, and now he's in box in. F3 action organised by Bike Talk and Tamarunui. So brilliant stuff from Bike Talk coming back on. And here we go with Dave Fellows out in front. There's Jacob L, second place. Richard Markham Barrett in third. That's battle for the podium. We've got a decent gap back to fourth place. So it looks like that's going to be the podium positions, but what order they're going to finish in, that is still to be determined in the next lap and a half. We go to Jared Horn in fourth place, Steve Bridge, Kieran O'Neill, Christy Fury, Ben Tippett still in eighth place, Carl Hooper's now in ninth with Doyle Matosha managed to get himself up into 10th place. So that's our top 10 update at the moment, Spider, and just over a lap to go.
Number 16 bike, the best motorcycle wheels I've ever seen in my life by far, is Nick Sutherwood, painted like a Russian roulette wheel. From the gambling sort of world. He spent a lot of time in the States and no doubt gambled a bit, so just a work of art, and I don't know who's done it, but they're just outstanding. Shame he has to put a tyre warmer on them for most of the day, so you can't actually see them. Can't wait to see some photographs of them in action. And another lap down, we've got the white flag out. This is the final lap of the Bike Talk Tamarunui Formula 3 race here at the Bruce McLaren Motorsport Park for the final round, for the first round of the Suzuki International Series. Cormac Buchanan's still out there. There's definitely something going on with his transponder. It only shows he's done a couple of laps, so hopefully he'll get a score and be able to get out in the second Formula 3 race and score some points as well. Points go quite a fair way down, don't they, Brad Ritchie?
Yeah, so we use the moment, so 25 for the win, 22 for second, and 24 for third. So definitely some consistent finishes can get you right at the business end of the championship right at the end. So that's good. When you have a short season like this, good to keep them nice and compact. So final lap of the moment, white flag is out, and it looks like it is still Dave Fellows in control of this one. Rich Markham Barrett's got up into second place ahead of SJ Cavell. Jared Horn there in fourth place for Steve Bridge, Kieran O'Neill and Christy Fury. That's your top 7. And as we catch a glimpse of our race leaders coming down the back straight at the moment. This one here is pretty exciting. 8 lapper and just seems to have gone like that, Spider.
Yeah, 12:45 minutes, 12 minutes and 45 seconds done. There's quite a few Pro Twin bikes out there. These are not highly competitive in the Formula 3 class, but the other ones with the orange and orange number boards with the black lettering on them, so they're Pro Twin bikes. Some of them might have been up-spec'd a bit for the Suzuki International Series, and of course they'll have a class of their own at the New Zealand Superbike Championships will start in Christchurch. So start in Christchurch first weekend of January, I think. No, the 9th, yeah. So Richard Markham Barrett got through there for the win.
Yeah, so Drama caught a lapper in the flip-flop there. Richard went round, they went either side of the lapper, and the drag races have finished. So Drama for Dave Fellows. He caught a lapper right at the wrong time of the lap, and the credit goes to Richard Markham Barrett for being there right at the moment. So he's done that. Richard Markham Barrett wins ahead of Dave Fellows and SJ Cavell by 3/100ths of a second. So 3/100ths of a second, that's absolutely fantastic. So there was not much in when they crossed the line. So a lapper has a big part to play here. And Richard Markham Barrett wins ahead of Dave Fellows and SJ Cavell. Jared Horn in 4th place. Steve Bridge gets 5th place. Well done to Steve, F1 engineering man. Kieran O'Neill in 6th, Steve Fiore there in 7th, Carl Hooper, Ben Timmins and Doyle Matosha. So a great top 10 there, Spider, and it just goes to show it's not over till it's over.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. A few fastest laps on the last lap. Christofori and Carl Hooper were two of them. 1:40.081 for Christofori, 1:40.155. They were battling it out. And Carl Steadman, Jason Truman, Phil Duffy and Matt Bro, fastest laps on their final lap. 1:37.091 by Richard Martin Barrett. There was another Martin Barrett up there, Isaac Martin Barrett as well.
All right, so that is a wrap there for race 1 in the Suzuki International Series for the Formula 3 class, brought to us by Bike Talk and Taranui. And great to have there in the books with Richard Martin Barrett winning ahead of Dave Fellows, and then SJ Cavell, that's our podium. So some great racing there, and 32 entries, 29 finishes in that one there. It did not start by Wayne Maintel, Jacob Stroud and Chris Malcolm. Not too sure what's all happened there, but that one there, Richard Martin Barrett ahead of Dave Fellows and SJ Cavell. So great stuff from them. Cross down to Neil and Jared, who will have our podium.
Well, hopefully, yes, indeed, and making some noise again after a few challenges. So great to see. First of all, SJ, is it fun out there?
Mate, it's a ball. It's great. I love
Exactly. How's the track conditions?
It's actually got a bit slippery, eh? I noticed even on the warm-up lap I went out there and had a bit of a slide, so I had to be a bit careful in a few spots, but no, that's all right. We're pretty happy with where we're at, I think.
Right, great start for the Suzuki Series. What a year the world's had as far as motorcycle sport's concerned, and the difference, of course, in New Zealand, we can have spectators. A bit of a buzz to be out there when you can know that people are there and cheering and yelling today.
Mate, it's awesome. We've got all of our clients and guests up here today, so it's good to see them here. Thanks for coming along, guys. And even right down the back of the circuit, there's people in the stands and waving and clapping. So no, it's awesome. We're so lucky to be here in New Zealand doing what we're doing. We take it for granted. So it's awesome. Thanks to Flea and the team and Bruce McLaren Motorsport for putting it on, and also to all those marshals standing out there in the heat. We can't do it without them. So.
Beautiful words, SJ. Here. Fantastic to have a speech like that. So awesome. Well, I tell you what, it's all happening here. Dave, the young fella, how are you feeling?
Young fella, yeah, not too bad, mate. Feeling my age today, that's for sure.
Hey, what about the fact that you're doing all of this extra classes? What's the energy levels like?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a silly mistake, but no, it was a fun race. I felt a bit bad because this thing's a rocket ship, so I wasn't, SJ would have been out riding me in the infield, but I just powered past him on the straight. So, and then after that, I was just sort of managing my my fitness big time, and I thought I had a big cushion behind me, and there was a back mark in the last flip flop, and I was like, oh well, I won't carve him up. I'll just sit back, and then Richard comes blazing past. I'm like, whoa, where'd you come from? So no, it was good fun, just managing the race, but yeah, shame to lose it on the line there.
Is this now our unofficial F3 New Zealand Championship class? How do you feel about the calibre of what riding? Is this the best in the country?
Oh, there's some amazing riders in this class, and there's just such a wide spread of bikes as well, which makes it super interesting. No matter where you are in the pack, you got pretty cool bikes out there that you can tussle with. But yeah, this bike's going crazy thanks to Dylan and Joe and Team TR20. They've done an amazing job prepping the bikes. Huge thank to them and the rest of the team.
Well done, Dave. Beautiful words. Dave Fellows, ladies and gentlemen, loving it. Richard, well done personally, mate. Hey, I've talked to you in those positions, but you're right up here. How's that? How's it feeling right now? You stole it, mate. You stole it. You don't feel guilty, do you?
I did mug him a little bit, yeah.
All right, tell us about the bike. People love the uniqueness of it.
It's easily the fastest F3 bike that's ever been built. That's the only reason I can win. Yeah.
Okay.
It's built by that guy there. That helps me cheap, but yeah, it's cool.
Right, but hey, but you've got to put it together with a good rider and good tyres. And what are the conditions suiting you out there?
Yeah, it's just quite a bit faster than everyone else's. I can catch them down the straights. Yeah, they're all faster through the corners than they.
All right, and you've been a busy rider here as well with other classes today. You enjoying the fact that you can do much?
Doing bears for the first time as well. Okay. Yeah, and I forgot to come to the podium because I'm not used to coming up here, so I keep going back to the pits.
Keep going back to the pits. We missed you last time. So well done. Let's hear it, Richard, Mark and Barrett, folks. Well done, Richard. Yeah. And the supporters here and this beautiful machine. He's been raving about it. He says it's all about the machine. It's certainly a huge amount about the rider as well, but neat to see. Look at the camaraderie between these guys as well. So some beautiful here. The iTools team. This is the Kramer. It's got the Powerhouse KTM tucked inside there as well. An absolutely beautiful